to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. We are 2 out of 3 brothers talking about queer stuff on the screens. How are you, Brett?
I'm good, Lee. How are you?
Good. We had a week off.
We did have a week off.
I had a few weeks off, but we kind of recorded ahead. Sorry to have a little peek behind the curtain.
Ooh.
On the day that the Tonys are on and all.
Ooh, the wizard will see you now. Oh, wicked. Oh, new trailer. Oh, cry.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that at some point, but not today. I had a little break. We were in Bali together, trying to find out why Twink started a riot at a Balinese gay bar. We couldn't work it out. Until we realised it was the wrong Stonewall bar that we were at.
Not the legit one.
One's a little bit further away.
But that's actually where they filmed the movie. So
I've been to 2 Stonewall bars now in my life.
I've been to 2 as well.
Sydney and Bali.
Yep, sames. One day we'll go to the real one.
We will go to the real
original
one. 2028. We're starting the crowdfunding to go to the Oscars in 2028. So we'll just pop over to New York, which is the entire other side of the country.
That's all right. It's like a 20-minute drive.
Before we were in Bali, though, I was in Japan. And so I thought for our first drink back, I would bring us a Kirin.
A Hattori Hanzo sword.
Yeah, a Kirin Hyoketsu.
Did you go there? Did you go to Hyoketsu?
I did not go to Kirin, and I didn't go to Hyoketsu because I don't think it's a city.
It's probably not a place.
I think it's just the name of the drink. This is a pineapple one, though.
Okay.
Most of them are lemon. They love their lemons in Japan.
I feel I've had these before in a mix pack, and there's still a couple of peach ones in my fridge.
I think we've had these ones before, but I thought a Hyoketsu is good. It's a 6%, but if you want, you can get a 440ml 9% can in 7-Eleven. In Japan.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
For about 220 yen,
sorry,
which is about $2.
Yeah, great.
But we've just got the little...
Wow, pineapple.
We've just got the little Australians can't drink responsibly cans here. Cheers. Oh,
that's actually not bad. I'll drink that.
You know what's different? I don't want to get sidetracked 2 minutes into the episode, but...
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah. They're not as sweet in Japan.
Okay.
They're just soda.
So just to clarify...
I think they're more lemonade-y when they export to Australia.
Did you go to Japan?
I did go to Japan.
Okay, great. Just wanted to clarify that for everyone.
This is on topic.
Great.
Not on topic for what we're going to talk about today, though. The show.
No. Although alcohol is.
There is a lot of alcohol, though. This is not in a plastic cup.
No, a red Solo cup.
Or a blue Solo cup.
My cup.
We're talking about Overcompensating.
We are talking about Overcompensating. We've both watched it. It's come and gone, no pun intended, since you were in... Where'd you go?
Bali.
Yeah, great.
We have watched it. I have to... Not that I really bagged him, but a little apology to Benito Skinner because I had very low expectations for this show.
Mm-hmm.
And the trailer didn't really get an indication as to how layered it is and how well written it is.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting just like 8 episodes of in the closet jokes.
Yeah.
8 episodes of him seeing someone's abs and then having to hide his erection, or him being jealous of some girl doing something with a guy that he wants to do something with.
Yep.
And all of that was in there. But as well as that was the other characters overcompensating.
Yeah. I liked the other characters. Wait, did I?
Carmen.
She was okay.
She was good. The sister.
The sister was good. I
got to like the sister more and more. I didn't like Pete, the frat boy.
No, but you're not meant to.
You're not meant to. But I thought he was a well-written character and had a good little arc.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Yeah, I do think it was a very well-written show, more than I expected.
Yeah, it had its moments.
Its first moment was having to get over the fact that he looks 30 and he's a freshman. Like, they didn't even make him a senior.
Yeah, I know.
They made him a freshman.
They're all in their 30s, I think, 20s or 30s.
And he looks much closer to Connie Britton's age than he does at any high school footballer's age. But Carmen looked quite young.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, once I got over that and was just like, all right, this is what they look like, but he's meant to be 18.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people that were like, that were like talking about it being like, oh, it's a bit much. And I'm like, well, it's kind of meant to be this piss take on, college jocks.
What I think was good, even though it was very layered and the four main characters had their good arcs, was there was still the stereotypes that you would expect in
Yeah.
a sitcom,
Yeah.
which I'm actually just going to call a comedy. I'm going to rebrand anything mid-century modern style.
That's a sitcom. But if
This is a
sitcom
comedy.
stands for situation comedy,
Yeah.
then this is a situation.
But also we still rewind tapes. So we still rewind videos even though they don't have tape. So words can change meanings.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to pull my linguistics degree out
Right.
because I didn't finish it. But I think sitcom more, I think, like a mid-century modern, a set, 4 cameras, live studio
so you're calling
audience
that a sitcom?
/ canned laughter. I'm calling this a comedy show.
Okay.
Because,
Yep.
and I think, as I said, sitcoms, 4 camera, live audience, canned laughter, not great
Yeah.
in the current zeitgeist.
Mm.
Comedy shows like this, great. And I love that they're on streaming, which means that they can say cunt.
And so can we, apparently.
We have definitely said it before. Oh, I knew we do have the.
Wait, do it again.
I actually didn't say it then
No.
either because I wasn't trusting the button.
Good, because you thought it was going to be like the one that changes your voice to the devil and be like, God. Anyway, we're playing around with our new toy. But overcompensating.
Yes.
I think it could have gone deeper. My thing was that he was like,
He certainly could have.
well, yeah, he was overcompensating and staying in the closet. But from watching it, maybe I missed something, but I don't think it went deep enough into like fully why.
I thought that was pretty clear. I didn't want to get bogged down in flashbacks,
They just did the one flashback over and over again.
which I thought was good.
Yeah.
Also, Lucas Gage, as pretty as he is, also definitely not 18 or 19 years old.
No.
I think they did that well. It's perhaps a little bit old in that the perfect football player son can't be gay. But I think we're just kind of meant to put that together ourselves.
But then he also didn't end up playing football.
No, he did.
I thought that was going to be a thing.
I thought for sure, like, yeah, and then that.
Especially because it was like the first episode, he threw someone a football. And it was like the opposite of what happens to Jack in Will and Grace. And he actually throws it perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than behind his head.
I wonder whether that was considered because that opens up locker room.
Well, I think it's like they went with that secret society thing instead of football.
I feel like there was the two choices. There was either the frat,
Yeah.
but they chose it to be secret society, which even before the last episode where they took their masks off was the least secret society ever because they're just walking around school talking about the fact that they're an F&G.
Yeah.
So it's not secret, but we didn't want to say frat because then you have to take away the hazing things because all of that is now not allowed in frats.
Yeah.
So it had to be secret society. So it could be a little Stonecutters-esque with the arse slapping. I think they went that. I think there could have, in writing it, been a choice between do I go frat house or do I go locker room?
Yeah.
And I think a locker room, him playing football at college would have fit because he was valedictorian, football star, and homecoming king. So I feel like he would have gotten a scholarship.
Well, I feel that seemed like the obvious way of just, or was it a bit of a too obvious way to be like, he can't come out because he's
on the
on the
football,
football
team.
team.
Yeah. And I feel like locker room jokes are a little bit more obvious than, oh, I got to go into the showers, or,
Yeah.
all these guys are walking around in jock straps or whatever college footballers wear.
Yeah.
That might have been a little bit too obvious as well.
Yeah, and I thought there would be more him like getting hit on by girls.
Because he's hot.
Right. So it's just like, well, yeah, maybe if he joined the football team, then he would have.
Yeah, but I even think, looking how he looks, football team aside,
Yeah.
people would have been like, oh, damn.
But then he didn't because he titty fucked a girl straight away. So it's like, he's taken. And I can't remember the amount of times they said the word titty fucked. that it kind of lost all meaning.
One episode. I actually liked.
I think that was the title of the episode, titty fucked.
People have, people will say it's too much and you can't say titty fuck 15 times in an episode. We've just said it 5 times.
Yeah.
But I like that because that is.
That's how they talk.
Not that I am one, but that's how people that age talk.
Mm-hmm.
And because the show, at least for the main character, is about their sexuality, there needs to be a lot of sexual stuff in there.
Yeah.
There needs to be talk about titty fucking and Viagra and mono, and if you don't fuck on the first night, you end up in the improv troupe.
Yeah, which was funny. That was
funny.
one thing I was going to say. There's like, even because there's like the mains and then there's like the next level down. And then there's all these random characters that are through it.
Like the girl that cries in the next race
Girl
on.
that cries, and then the guy that ends up joining the improv thing.
Yeah,
like
you see him
kind
on
of-
morning too, as everyone else is doing a walk of shame.
Yeah.
His walk of shame is into the audition.
Yeah.
It's a very good show and very well layered. I laughed out loud quite a few times.
I did a few times as well.
But the ending.
The ending was shocking. I felt like they were
Sorry,
just
Ben.
like, oh, crap. Oh, wait.
Oh, are we up to 8 episodes?
I thought we had 10. Oh, we've only got 9?
No,
Oh,
because
quick, cram it in all this one party.
during episode 8, where he hadn't come out yet, I was like, is this 8 or 10? And then when the credits rolled, I was like, oh, well, I'll just hit next episode
How disappointing will it be when it doesn't get a season 2?
when it doesn't get renewed.
Because it's a gay show and they don't do that.
Well, I feel like it will be renewed. I don't feel like Prime would have let him write a cliffhanger if there wasn't going to be a season 2.
That's true.
Because now we are talking badly about the cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't get a season 2, then we're like, well, fuck you, Prime. Why let that show finish on a cliffhanger?
Yeah. But I thought
I think it's got enough traction, and I think it's good enough that I'll watch a season 2.
Yeah.
There's 4 years of college, presumably.
Yeah, that's true.
So at least 4 seasons. Then we can see 40-year-old Benito Skinner playing a 23-year-old.
Yep.
Because it doesn't take anymore a year to make a show. A la Finn Wolfhard's now 6'3",
Yeah.
as a 17-year-old high school student in Stranger Things 5 coming out in November and December this year.
Okay, good. Get that plug in there.
November and December, because each episode is a movie length.
Because they have to have 2 drops. Ooh, fucking hell, just whatever. Either do all at once or weekly episodes. Anyway, that's another topic. The ending was bad.
Also,
I liked the storyline of he thought that British guy was also gay, but then he wasn't. I knew that was that he wasn't gay though.
Well, but then I thought he was going to be bi.
Well, maybe that's the cliffhanger.
He could still be.
Also, then he is a bit of a tease.
If he is
Unintentionally, maybe.
accepted himself bi, then
Or is he
is
just
a bit of a
British?
tease. Yeah, well, that's as they say. It's the age-old question: gay or British?
Mm.
But little hints like his favorite film is Jennifer's Body,
Yep.
which we're going to watch soon at Pride Movie Night because that's one of Cortex's favorites.
Right. I've never seen it.
Me neither.
You mean it's rated R for swears? That's a Family Guy quote. They go to watch the thing and they go, "This is going to be good." And they think I can't remember. Brian says it to Peter or the other way around. Because there's no nudity in there. You mean it's rated R for swears?
I'm sure there are plenty of people who watched Jennifer's Body rated R thinking they were going to see
Yeah.
a lot of Megan Fox,
Yeah.
and they didn't.
Especially when it's called Jennifer's Body.
Yeah,
It kind of like,
body. I do like that he talks to the poster of Megan Fox, though.
that was really good.
And like, shall we try it? And then she's doing all these sexy poses, and he's like, "No, I'm sorry, Megan Fox."
And then, I mean, it was just like Britney Spears at the start as
Yeah.
well.
What did you think of the Bowen Yang cameo scene?
The Bowen Yang Matt Rogers cameo thing, I didn't really care for. To be honest. Maybe it's because I don't want to see them that way.
I like the joke of him ending up in some weird open relationship because that's pretty deep for your first meeting.
Yes.
Like, it's hard enough for him to like be this first meeting. He doesn't know if he's a top or a bottom. He's sniffed more poppers in one montage than I've ever sniffed in my life.
Well, maybe he should just be happy that the person that was there was the right person.
Yeah. Because I'm sure Catfish was brainstormed in the writer's room, even though it was all just written by him, which is good. But I think it being them and being the big thing that it was a bit much.
It after he left and then they were talking to each other and stuff, then I was like, okay, that's enough, boys.
Yeah. That could have been like, I want you in this, and in order for me to get you in this, I have to give you a substantial scene.
Well, he had plenty of cameos.
Yeah.
Like Matt and Bowen,
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX,
which was
Megan
great.
Fox. Yeah.
Her concert was obviously just
Oh, yeah.
played the music.
Charlie Puth.
Fuck, he was
XCX.
so dumb. Other cameos, yeah, there was good cameos. The mum and dad were funny. I always forget his name.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Kyle
Wait.
MacLachlan. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Connie Britton,
I liked when
who
they
also
yeah.
are overcompensating.
Oh, when they go back and they don't have any
When
kids.
they go back and
and there's
they've
chicken.
got
Was
the
it
whole
chickens or rabbits or what was it?
dogs named after Maroon 5
Oh,
songs.
Yes. Sorry. What chickens?
And he's got the huge TV and the feature walls and
yeah.
yeah. They're overcompensating as empty nesters
Yeah.
now. And Carmen's overcompensating because she never thinks she has any friends.
I liked that they kind of became friends.
I like also that they acknowledged in the second last episode that they were both shit friends
Yes.
and decided to continue being that. But he continued being the worst possible version of the shit friend.
Yeah. I meant the sister and her.
Oh, yeah.
Um.
I do like that, even though it's a
Even
little bit
now
up
it's-
in the air
Now it's his thingy, whatever.
because she fucked the boyfriend.
Yeah. That's going to be conflict. So then it's like
Because also
season 2, episode is going to be like conflict central,
yeah,
and it's not going to be good.
and then it will navigate how do I contain this until I am fully ready to come out to the whole world.
Because now he's pissed everyone off.
And
He's
it's
pissed
only
his
his
sister
first
off
semester
that
of
Pete-
freshman year,
Yeah,
actually.
right. That Pete, Carmen, the other gay guy, the British guy, he's
No,
pissed them all off.
He's bi-curious because he's saved in his phone as George Bi-Curious. The guy that in the
Oh.
general store.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Which is not stereotyping,
no.
but he's the campest character.
Um,
Most stereotypically gay presenting
Yes.
character, which is probably why they made the point of putting bi-curious label on him.
Not
that we're into labels.
He is in a new show that I started watching as well called
Oh, yeah.
Adults.
Okay.
He's
We'll get to
very
that.
gay in that.
He's very gay in that too. Okay. Did we need the Charlie XCX?
Because he can.
Because Benito can
Because
just
Benito
be like,
can get Charlie XCX,
can
and
just
she's like,
at Charlie XCX, can you be in my show?
even though Brat Summer was at least a year ago,
She's still got some bangers though.
she still has a lot of songs that are good and aren't played out, and she's probably gonna have a new album soon. Strike While the Iron's Hot and all that shit.
Well, I also think
She was good.
She was funny.
Are you fucking joking?
And
Boom
then
clap.
she just kind of invites Grace back to her bus.
Well, I liked that.
I have a question
Yeah.
about Grace.
You say before every meal.
Was was Mimi her actual girlfriend,
No.
or was
Ooh.
she just hanging around
Sorry for.
being a little lesbi curious?
I think she. Maybe if they go deeper into that, she then pulled away because of the lesbianism.
Well,
Like
yeah,
Regina George and Janice Ian in Mean Girls.
the original.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams and that girl.
Which girl?
The Janice Ian.
Yeah, I don't know it as well as you.
The one that's friends with the gay kid.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What's the character?
Yeah.
I should really
Yeah.
know the actor's name.
Yeah.
That's really bad. And I apologize if you're listening,
Janice Ian.
Janice Ian. Oh, God.
So
Where's the researcher?
okay, so we're gonna see I don't know if we need both siblings to not be straight.
Oh, I don't think she will be.
But you think Grace, for her reputation, has overcompensated
Yeah.
by dating the broiest bro
Yeah.
and not being associated with radio station lesbians,
And she tried to get a new identity and overcompensated.
and got super skinny
Yeah.
and became almost the TikTok trend of a trad wife. That's where
Yeah.
her path was leading.
Definitely.
Oh, that's the other cameo, James Van Der Beek,
Yeah. I didn't like
which
that.
was interesting. But he was there for the full stereotype. Like, this is how we can see that Peter's not going to change.
Yeah.
He's just going to be like this coked out dickhead bro working at a bank for the rest of his life.
Yep.
And he was there to represent that. And I think maybe he's trying to make a comeback, James Van Der Beek, for the reboot of Dawson's Creek that I'm
Yeah.
sure has been discussed.
Yeah. Dawson's Creeks. Because now you just put S's on the end of everything.
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Sons of
Dawson's
Dawson's.
Son's Creek.
Oh.
Mm.
Grandson's Creek.
That hasn't been that long. Grandson. Although James
yeah,
Van Der
true.
Beek's
Well-
not looking young.
He was 30 when it got made.
Yeah, true. And it was, what, it would have been 30 years ago now, Dawson's Creek.
At least, yeah.
Maybe get Katie Holmes back out of
Ooh.
cryo.
Well, she's free now.
Joshua Jackson's back.
And who's that other one?
Michelle Williams.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew that. I set you up. Just for the record, I set Lee up for that. I am aware of who Michelle Williams is.
Yeah, the third child of Destiny.
Adopted. Oh, thank you. That was good.
I assume that's it was the rim shot.
Okay.
I haven't got my headphones on, so I'm just guessing the buttons until I learn where they are. Overcompensating.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Well done, Benito.
I think there will be a second season.
Because I think it was good. I think it was better written. We've had 2 big gay sitcoms this year, right? And I saw an article during the week that the 2 creators of Mid-Century Modern, they were interviewed, talked about sitcoms and the 2 times of Will and Grace and whatever else, and then Mid-Century Modern. They don't like it being called the Gay Golden Girls.
Then don't make the Gay Golden
Don't
Girls.
make it like, don't
sorry.
make it 3
I love your work, Max Muchnick and the other one.
Burrows.
James Burrows.
Yeah. Don't make a Gay Golden Girls.
If you don't want it to be called the Gay Golden Girls, don't make the Gay Golden Girls.
Yeah, which is what they made. We've had 2 big gay sitcoms, 2 big gay comedies this year on the small screen, which is the most relevant screen at the moment because cinema's dying. And I think Overcompensating was better, not only better for the current time, but better written and better charactered.
Yeah. I enjoyed both
MCM.
of them.
Yeah.
But MCM won't get a second thing, I don't think.
I don't think so.
And
There's not enough space.
there is a lot of.
unfortunately.
I think that we're going to get a lot of these Gen Z comedies.
Yep.
Like this Overcompensating, and then this new one I started watching called Adults that has a similar kind of like, it's like I felt old watching this, like Adults.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't get these references. Should I know what that means? And it's
is
very
it
much just
called
like,
adults because they're trying adulting?
well, I think that's why they're going for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of adultery.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was like being stupid, like being adult. And
Yep.
that was a Glee quote that clearly flopped. Is that the ring?
Yeah.
Cricket.
Just trying to give you a little boost.
Wah, wah.
Do you have the crickets?
No, the yellow one is trombone. There you go. That I think it's so they're like 20 somethings in New York, and I don't know if any of them have a job, but they're like living in one of the kids' parents' houses. And they're just so it's like some sort of mix of Friends meets Broad City, and it's just like ridiculous situations from
So
being
a
a
sitcom.
20-something trying to be an adult in New York.
Okay. I feel like
And everybody's a little bit queer.
Friends as 20-somethings, they seem so old when you go back and watch Friends,
Yep.
which, like, they were meant to be 20-somethings. It's meant to be the same kind of setup as adults, where we don't know if they never go to work and they have ridiculously sized apartments,
Yep.
and no one really knows what any of them does unless there's a joke about their job. The only thing is they're all white and all straight, which is not the case with adults.
No. Only three of them are white.
Speaking of renewed comedies, I'm surprised they did a second season of How I Met Your Father.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
They've not done a third.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Hilary Duff.
She's releasing a new album.
Oh, thank God. It'll be Hilary Duff summer instead of Brat summer this year. There you go.
Well, unless Charlie gets that
This is
album
what
out.
She's
She's got about 2 weeks, I reckon, before people forget she was in Overcompensating.
Yeah.
Charlie, not Puth, XEX. Any final words on Overcompensating? I underestimated it.
You did underestimate it.
Mm.
That was right.
If you go back through the archives and watch my reaction to the trailer, you'll see that I underestimated it.
I think it was good. I didn't laugh as much as it sounds like you did. But I would watch a second season and perhaps the first one again.
Okay, I agree. I laughed. I didn't cry.
No.
And I'll watch it again. And not just for the eye candy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe
season 2 will have more gay sex.
Yeah, it could, because all we got was a dream sequence gay sex that he then gets murdered in, because they're talking about horror movies in the movie class.
That's right.
And then we just got a gay make out in the toilets.
Yeah.
Of the Lucas Gage incident.
Yep.
That ended up in a fight.
It did.
I thought it was good.
But yeah, would recommend.
Good cast, good acting, even from Benito Skinner, and
I feel like that's all he's got, though.
very well written. He's not going to go much further.
That's his character.
That's fine. That's, what does Ray Romano have?
He was a mammoth.
I watched him in that
was he the
one
mammoth?
where him and Lisa Kudrow own a house that they're trying to sell.
Okay, great.
I've forgotten the name of. We'll watch that in a future episode. But that is Ray Romano being just a little bit more serious than Ray Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Right.
But with the same inflection. Like, it becomes a thriller comedy, but he's just got the Everybody Loves Raymond inflection on the serious shit that he's saying.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But that's not to do with overcompensating.
No.
Let us know what you think about overcompensating. We'll be in the Facebook group for your thoughts, which is linked in the episode description, or you can just look for Rainbow Popcorn Podcast on Facebook.
Yep.
Or you can follow Rainbow Popcorn Pod on the socials. Coming up next, iconic movie. Iconic Australian movie.
Yes.
we're reviewing Priscilla Queen from the Desert. So that
Movie
will
about
be
a bus.
next week. Thanks for listening to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Lee.